Saquon Barkley made sure to discuss his decision with his family before ultimately deciding to leave the Giants and join the Eagles as a running back. When her dad announced they were going to Philadelphia, Jada, the youngest daughter, had a single question for him. Does this imply that Dad is going to emerge victorious? While Barkley rested on the football field covered in confetti and held his daughter close, it was clear that Barkley and the Eagles were poised for victory, with a shot at the ultimate prize in the upcoming Super Bowl. Barkley raced 60 yards to score a touchdown on the initial play for Philadelphia, totaling 118 yards and 3 touchdowns. Hurts managed to rush for 3 TDs as well, leading the Eagles to a triumphant 55-23 victory over the Washington Commanders on Sunday. This victory has propelled Hurts and the Eagles into the Super Bowl for the second time in 3 seasons, with Barkley now part of the journey. In the upcoming Super Bowl, they will face off against Andy Reid's Kansas City Chiefs, marking their second meeting in the championship game in 3 seasons. Barkley stated that he came to Philadelphia specifically to participate in events such as this one. He believes that there is no greater experience than competing in a game that could lead to the Super Bowl. Since the merger in 1970, no other team has scored more than 55 points in a conference championship game. Hurts, with a brace on his left knee, threw for 246 yards and a touchdown while energizing the crowd at Lincoln Financial Field for the NFC Championship game. Coach Nick Sirianni stated that he only wants the current quarterback leading the team as he believes he is a true winner. Despite facing a lot of criticism, the coach admires the quarterback's ability to win games and disregards the negative comments. A.J. Brown had a successful game with 6 receptions, 96 yards, and a touchdown, while also jokingly pretending to throw the NFC Championship trophy off a platform. With a record of 2-2, the Eagles team scored their highest number of points in a game just before the bye week, leading them into their 5th Super Bowl appearance. The Commanders were instrumental in bringing the NFC title game to Philadelphia by winning 2 consecutive away games, with last week's surprise victory over top-seeded Detroit paving the way for the Eagles to host the game. Jaden Daniels passed for 255 yards, scoring 1 touchdown and 1 interception, but ultimately failed in his attempt to be the first rookie quarterback to guide his team to the Super Bowl. The Commanders' hopes were dashed by 4 turnovers, highlighted by a fumble by Austin Eckler in the 3rd quarter when they were trailing 34-23. Daniels expressed confidence in their place in the game, stating that it was simply routine for him. The Eagles achieved victory in the 2017 season's Super Bowl, with Nick Foles serving as the team's quarterback during that match against New England, and also being named honorary captain. The Eagles showcased other notable players from that game on the large screen, and now, 2 years after losing to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, the team is in contention for their 2nd championship. Just like he has done throughout the season, Barkley played a crucial role in leading the Eagles to victory. After starting the game with a long 18-play drive and scoring a field goal that calmed down the energetic crowd, Barkley excited the fans, including actor Bradley Cooper, during the Eagles' first offensive play. Barkley became the 9th running back in history to reach 2,000 rushing yards in a single season. He skillfully received the ball from Hurts, veered to the left, evaded 2 defenders with a spin move, and sprinted towards the end zone for a touchdown. The Eagles managed to regain possession after a fumble on the following drive, with Barkley also scoring a touchdown with a 4-yard run, maintaining his perfect record of scoring touchdowns when carrying the ball, giving the team a 14-3 lead. Barkley solidified his position in NFL history by scoring his 7th rushing touchdown of over 60 yards this season during the playoffs on Sunday. Hurts expressed the importance of getting the offense going early, regardless of who initiates the momentum. Daniels had a hand in several key plays during the Commanders' 6 straight wins, including a 36-yard touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin that brought them within 2 points. Commanders coach Dan Quinn expressed strong belief in the team's abilities and performance. Hurts injured his knee in a tackle by the Rams last week, but he just had his most impressive performance this postseason, with all 3 games being played on home turf for the Eagles. He ended the first half with a 1-yard touchdown and connected with Brown for a 4-yard scoring pass, giving the Eagles a 27-15 lead going into halftime. I suppose he allowed me a bit more freedom with Sirianni's offensive strategy today, Hurts commented on his performance. Hurts clinched a spot in the Super Bowl with an unconventional touchdown in the final quarter. The game had a lighthearted moment when an official jokingly threatened to award the Eagles a touchdown if Washington didn't stop committing penalties. Hurts's ninth postseason rushing touchdown extended their lead to 41-23. A sprinkle of green confetti began to drift down from the upper levels of the stadium, marking the beginning of the Super Bowl countdown. The Commanders made a last-ditch effort for a comeback victory, but were stopped short when Nolan Smith tackled Daniels on fourth down. Will Shipley provided relief for Barkley during the one-sided game and scored a 2-yard touchdown, giving them a 55-23 advantage. Following a memorable evening at Lincoln Financial Field, the Eagles secured their second NFC championship in 3 years. The Philadelphia team set a new record at the conference championship game by scoring 55 points in their impressive victory of 55-23 over the Commanders. Saquon Barkley gained 118 yards on the ground and scored 3 touchdowns, while Jalen Hurts recorded 3 rushing touchdowns and also threw for 1 in the victory. Once again, the Eagles' defense and special teams made a significant impact by causing 3 fumbles and an interception by Quinyon Mitchell in the fourth quarter. Below are the comments from players and head coach Nick Sirianni following the victory. Coach Nick Sirianni in charge. We have a fantastic team led by Mr. Jeffrey Lurie, Executive Vice President or General Manager, Howie Roseman at the helm. I have always been vocal about how much I value their contributions. Achieving greatness is impossible without the support of others. And it all begins with Mr. Lurie. Howie excels in recruiting talent and providing assistance. Having a reliable GM who has experience in all situations is immensely valuable. The collaboration I have with Howie is truly exceptional. To be honest, it ultimately comes down to the individuals involved. We are fortunate to have a stellar team. Jalen Hurts, the player in the quarterback position, I believe it is important to show appreciation. The stories I share are based on my own experiences, which may not always align with the team's goals and objectives, since each team is unique. As a team, our mission is to make the most of the opportunities that come our way. However, I also have my own background and past experiences that can be valuable resources for both myself and others. We are all presented with various challenges, and we can all learn from our experiences. We have felt a strong sense of unity in working towards a common team objective. Our collective efforts have brought us to a point where we have successfully positioned ourselves for success. Saquon Barkley, the running back. That's the reason I decided to come here. When I first spoke to Howie, it was one of the topics we discussed as well as with my family. As I mentioned last week, I joined Philadelphia with the intention of participating in important games like this. There's nothing more thrilling than a game that can lead you to the Super Bowl, so I am extremely excited. This victory was the result of teamwork, and I want to acknowledge all my teammates for their efforts. The Eagles displayed an unstoppable offense and a defense and special teams that together forced 4 turnovers, securing a 55-23 victory over Washington in the NFC Championship game on Sunday. This win propels Philadelphia to Super Bowl LIX in New Orleans on February 9th, where they will face the winner of the AFC Championship game happening Sunday night between Buffalo and Kansas City. During their third encounter with Washington in the 2024 season, the Eagles showcased an impressive display that exemplified the growth of a team that began the season with a 2-2 record and went on to secure victories in 15 out of 16 games thereafter. The Eagles displayed a dominant performance in their victory over Washington on Championship Sunday. Here are some insights from the team's second NFC Championship win in 3 seasons and third in 8 seasons. Despite Washington's initial lead with 18 plays and over 7 minutes of possession, the Eagles quickly turned the game around. After returning the ensuing kickoff for 35 yards, Will Shipley brought the ball to the 40-yard line, setting the stage for Saquon Barkley to shine. With a pitch from quarterback Jalen Hurts on the left side, Barkley made use of the crushing blocks from Jordan Mailata and Tyler Steen at the line of scrimmage. Tight end Grant Calcaterra's pivotal block outside paved the way for Barkley to showcase his agility in the open field. Despite being approached by defenders Jeremy Chin and Quan Martin at the Washington 45-yard line, Barkley managed to elude them with a swift spin and cut. He then dashed towards the middle of the field, leaving everyone in disbelief as he sprinted for a 60-yard touchdown run, setting the offense in motion. It really set the right mood for the game, We were aware that they would focus on preventing us from running the ball. We had a feeling about that. Then, he manages to evade 2 or 3 tackles right from the start. We receive excellent support from A.J. Brown to break free. And then, Dallas Goedert delivers a crucial block to kick off the play, commented head coach Nick Sirianni. It was an extraordinary display, showcasing the talent of a remarkable player and the exceptional teamwork of the entire unit. After the defense managed to recover a fumble from Washington at the Commanders' 48-yard line, Hurts and Barkley got back to work. Hurts first completed a 10-yard pass to tight end Dallas Goedert, followed by a 20-yard pass to wide receiver Devonta Smith that brought them to the 18-yard line. Smith made an impressive catch on the sideline with his tippy toes in play. Next, Hurts targeted wide receiver A.J. Brown on the right, resulting in an 11-yard gain to the 4-yard line. Finally, Barkley received the handoff, found the middle blocked, shifted right, and sprinted to the corner of the end zone for his second touchdown. The subsequent successful PAT by Jake Elliott put the Eagles in the lead at 14-3. Philadelphia put up 27 points in the opening half, accumulated 15 initial downs, and gained 233 total net yards on offense. Hurts showcased his ability to make significant plays by taking advantage of Washington's coverage on Smith and Brown in man-to-man situations, effectively keeping the offense moving. The offense displayed a strong mix of plays and executed well, establishing control over Washington in the first half. I've mentioned before that this is not something beyond our capability. It's simply a matter of whether we choose to do so. It all boils down to our execution, our approach, and ensuring that everyone is on the same page and playing with a solid rhythm in order to ultimately secure a victory. The thing that I find remarkable about this sport, this team, and personally, from my perspective, is how we have managed to evolve over the years that I have been here by discovering various methods to secure a win.